It all started with my husband telling me he was going on a trip to Arizona. And I blew up. I had been managing his business for 1.5 years, and I literally felt that he didn't deserve it. I did. I thought if he can go on a trip to Arizona with his friends, then I can go on a trip myself. So I went online, I had some credit card points, and I blew it all on a trip to Hawaii all by myself for 4 days. I got my mom to come and stay with my kids, and in pure mother style, she said, "You go. You work so hard. You go because you deserve the quiet time." So I did. And I said, "Mom, do not call me. Call 911 if you need to talk to anybody, if it's an emergency, and then later call Mike at the clinic and let him know that something's going on if you can't handle it. But I'm out." So I left. And it was fantastic. When I was in Hawaii, at first I felt slightly guilty. I think we mothers tend to feel that way. But the first thing I did was I got there and I put a swimsuit on and I went to the beach and I fell asleep on the sand. Oh, there's nothing better for me than being asleep on the sand. That lazy, warm feeling and then being able to go in the ocean and cool off. It was wonderful. So I did that for about 4 days. I did hardly anything. I literally just enjoyed time by myself, at the pool, walking on the beach, eating when I felt like, not having to worry about my family and what they needed to eat and kids' bedtimes and rituals, and it was just me. That was the only thing I had to think about. Was I comfortable? The answer was yes. So that was it. I felt like I could relax because I didn't have all these mental things going on all the time where I had to think about, is there food? What's for dinner? Who needs to be picked up, where and when, and all the deadlines of the clinic. It was just, everything was off. Everything was on the back burner. So I was able to relax, and which is almost impossible for a woman to do, think of nothing. So by the time I left, by the time I was actually going to the airport, after 4 days, I felt so recharged. I felt excited to go back home. I wasn't mad at my husband anymore for going on a trip that I didn't think he deserved. I felt excited to see my family. I actually missed them. I was really looking forward to seeing them again. And I could not believe how much I needed that. And I didn't realize it. So it was such a strong lesson, a priceless lesson to learn, that I need to take breaks every once in a while from the family. It took me 2 years to do it again. And unfortunately, the reason why it took 2 years is because I felt guilty. I felt guilty about spending money on myself, about going on a trip without my family. That guilt literally paralyzed me from doing it again. I think I felt like the points that I blew on Hawaii were way more than I should have spent. But so I was trying to redeem myself in a way, which was, you know, the redemption didn't need to happen. It was just a figment of my imagination. 2 years later, I found a really good deal to Amsterdam, and I invited 2 friends. I said, let's go. And they said, okay, let's go. So what ended up being a little bit of a miscommunication and mistake on my part turned out to be a great adventure, because we were originally going to rent a car and drive around Germany, and we ended up having to take trains, it made the trip. It was fantastic. We almost missed trains. We took wrong trains to wrong destinations that sounded similar to the cities that we were going. You know, we got to chat about motherhood, about our own struggles. Everybody pitched in and said, oh, I do it this way, and I solve this problem this way. And it's just so nice to hear other people brainstorming with you about things that can help you improve your life and just, you know, you as a mother in general. Going on a trip with other moms, to me, was better than going on a trip alone. I'm an extrovert. I need the energy of other people to thrive. I liked having the camaraderie. I like having connection, soul-to-soul connection. Sometimes motherhood can be a lonely road, and being able to have this trip where we were talking about, even at the end, we were all excited to go home to see our family again. It's nice to be able to share, and I think women love to be able to share, have a common feeling, and relate to others. There's also something that I struggle with, and I believe other women do too, which is fear. Fear to travel alone. Going to Hawaii wasn't, you know, difficult because it was the United States. I knew what it was like. But going to another country can be a little more scary. So having other people around definitely it made me feel more comfortable and more at ease. So while we were traveling, we were sharing our photos and videos on social media. And we had a lot of women. I was very surprised that we had a lot of women that said, when is the next trip? We want to go. We want to plan it. We want to be there with you. These photos are amazing. We can tell that you're really having a fun time together. When can we go? That's what sparked the idea of creating Momcations International. More women need to take breaks. They feel guilty, they feel fearful, they feel overwhelmed with the planning that it can take to be able to make it happen. And so I decided to eliminate all those concerns and make it so it's very simple, very easy. You will have friends to go with you. You will not be alone. You will feel safe because of that. Everything will be planned for you. All you have to do is click on the trip you want, buy your own airfare ticket, and meet us at the destination. The rest is taken care of. My role in each retreat is simply as facilitator. I organize everything, and I'm there all the time making sure that every mom is having a grand old time. I am so excited about this. I believe in this so passionately. I can't wait to meet my new friends, make new friends, and really be able to put a smile on every mom that comes to a Momcations International retreat. We all tend to like being together more than, usually alone.
Mom, your phone is gonna be on the table.
Will you charge my phone, please?